Good morning and welcome to Big Goal Hunters. Back down on my campaign lake for a quick overnighter, possibly 2 nights. We will see what happens. It's now the last day of November, or getting there. I think it's the 29th, 30th. I can't remember now. But the sun is shining. It's quite warm. I think it's going to be a frosty one tonight. So I'm here. I'm in a swim that I've not fished before. Right side of the swim that I had a 30 out of earlier in the season. It's a nice little comfortable swim, easy fishing. Quite a lot to go at. Some deeper water, some gravel bars. Got some margins, back margins, tight little. It's the entrance of what they call the toilet bay. So it's a nice little bay, and I'll show you that later. But you can walk round off the spit and just bait up. Because it's basically, there's a spit which is just day fishing only, so that's really cool. And so I've got the rods out. I've just whacked out a couple of chods on the bright ones just to see if I can nick a quick bite. And for a couple of hours nothing's happened. I haven't seen anything. Didn't expect it, but you never know. You've got to be in it to win it. And I've just been having a play with the marker rod and trying to find some spots. Sort of know the area as well. Found sort of 3 areas. Going to try various different depths. Going to try some deeper water. 12.5 foot is the deepest I've found in silt, so I'll try that. I'll try sort of 10 on a bit of gravel, and then I'll try. You got sort of as you're going into right tight into the snags. You've got about 9 foot, so 3 different depths. Let's see what happens. Might fuzz out some zigs later. I'm not quite sure yet, because if I'm only here for the night, it's not really. You haven't got the most amount of time to get a bite, so we will see what happens. And I'm just going to show you where my gravel spot is and see what's going on. Right guys, so basically I'm going round I'm fishing a little spot off, which is just tucked in off a spit. I'm just fishing in, so you can walk round and go bait up, and I'll show you where it is, and you'll see obviously what I'm doing, because it is getting to winter now. It's what, 29th or the 30th, I couldn't quite remember, of November, so one of the last days, nearly in December. It's been a nice sunny day, but the water temperature, I'm feeling it's a lot colder than where I was a couple of weeks ago, so temperatures are dropping, and it's a clear sky, so it's going to be a frost. You know what they say about frosty mornings, carp fishing, big carp. So I'll show you some of the other swims. Here's a nice bay. This is the deepest part of the lake. You can get quite tight to get bivvying, but you can sort of bivvy up on this area here. It's very beautiful, and the fish, my target fish, has been caught out of here once this year, which is a new sort of area for it. But there we come along. Dumping rubbish. No dumping rubbish or lose your permit. Know what I'm saying? And I'm not very much against dumping rubbish. I got in my swim today, and there was some litter, some beer cans and an energy drink can, and it just takes the piss. Do you know what I mean? Like, whoever was in there, mate. Do you know what I mean? We've got these beautiful lakes. We've got to keep them nice and beautiful. Don't be dumping litter. Takes the piss, mate. You brought it with you, so just take it home. You know what I mean? The bailiff was telling me that some geezer left it. He broke his barrow, he smashed up his tyre or whatever. He left the whole front part of the tyre and his wheelbarrow, or his barrow here. Just left it here. Nice one, mate. Do you know what I mean? So it's just stupid, but you know, that's enough of that. So here's a nice little area, so you can do some day fishing here, but you can't night fish, and it's just like a nice little spit. It's nice when you're fishing the bays and that, because you could come down here and sort of bait up by hand like I'm doing. I've only got small pocket full of boilies and a few in my hand, probably 10-20 baits if that. And it's a lot boggier here than what I thought, and I'm only in my Crocs. That wasn't a good move. So it's just finding my little spot, which is, I imagine it's down here. Watch for nettles. So here's the spot. I think he's having a few of those. Crushing a few up. And there we go. Right, so this is the rig that's going to go out on the spot. It's as you can see, a nice little chod rig. 10mm bait. 10mm bait. Yeah, a little 10mm white pop up. Quite a small little section. And I've just PVA taped it there to stop it to sliding on this. This is because I'm actually fishing it into a snag, which is something I'd never normally do in the job, but this is a chod eject system, so it will eject it straight away as soon as I get a bite, hence the PVA, and it will just sit up like that. And there we go. And the spot is right out in the corner. So I managed to get it banged out. I did clip it up, bang it on the first go. I was just speaking to a guy who was fishing sort of over there, doing some pike fishing for the evening on a day fishing bit. He said he had 12 pike last week in a day. It's a beauty, up to 22 I think he said biggest. That's some good, so I might have to do some piking. I heard this, there has been a 30 out of here before, so the water's really, really clear, as you can see. Look. Getting clearer and clearer as it gets to winter. So I'll tell you where the rods are. I've got the left end. The left end rod is out at 12.5 wraps on the only bit of firm that I could find, and it's at 11 foot there. So I found, and then we've got the right hand rod, which is the deepest, 13.5, nearly 14 foot, only literally, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 wraps out that way, just there, where the deepest, and it's on silt, so we've got deep silt, a little bit more firm, and then right tight in the corner, which is again at about 9 foot, so we've got different depths, and we'll see which one goes. 2 on the bottom, one on the pop-up, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that the one on the pop-up will go, but we'll see. I've not done that well at night on pop-up. I have done in the daytime here on the stiff hinge rigs and the choddies, but it seems to be more the daytime. At night they like to bottom bait, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a crack. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful, well, it's the 1st of December tomorrow, and it's a little bit colder. Definitely can feel that, you know, it's not as cold as what it has been previous years, but it definitely can feel it's winter. Got my woolly hat on in the bag. So what happened last night? Absolutely nothing. I'm fishing one, like I said, one to that tight snag that you saw me bait up. You know, I am fishing locked up, and that's why my rods are so. Literally, rods are just out. If you see, the rods are just out front of the bivvy. Literally, look, bivvy. I mean, it looks further away than what it actually is. Literally, from that kettle, they're only what 2-3 foot away. So yeah, and it's that back corner, like there. Oh, roach. and yeah, it sort of went at 3 o'clock, and it woke me up. The only thing, I had a blip, 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 blip. Quickly got up, you know, shone the head torch on it just to see if the bobbin had gone dropped from drop back, or if the rod was moving or anything, and nothing. So don't know if I've been mugged or a line, or I left it. I've left it because I got it real tight in there. So I've just left it, and I was going to stay another night, but I'm not going to now. It's you know, I'm going to come back doing some river fishing next week. Back on the River Lee, see if I can have a few more barbels. So, and I'll be back in the week to do it another night. I'm just going to stick to one night a week at the moment. Bit disappointed when I go to. I mean, there's still time. There's always time to get a bite, but like I said, there's no one else has caught anything around the whole lake. So, this will be another blank, I guess. You know, you get them. You know, I'm sort of sticking to the areas now, fishing to the areas now where my target fish really likes, and you know, it tends to be the areas which don't have as much fish up. You know, if I was dying to get a bite, I would have gone near to the first sort of swims where the back rope is, because there's still fish crashing out like mad behind there, like there always is. Maybe onto some maggots. You know, fishing at range, but you know, I stuck to my stiff hinge rigs and the choddies and the sort of boilie approach, a few boilies just to single out the big one, and you know, that's what you have to do sometimes. And just to make so, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. And you know, if you want to ask any questions or talk carp, then don't be shy to add us up on Facebook, give me a message, give me a comment on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tight lines, man.